Well, hi, this is N9MS, and I just wanted to show you some of the features of this latest map I developed. So it's right here under Maps. It's the first option. OpenStreetMap with filters, clickable markers, tooltips, grayline, polylines, labels, and selectable map types. So let's click this option here. And I'm going to limit the number of markers that get put on the map. So I'll just pick a month's worth of data. All right, so here are our map markers, and I like to use this topographical map. It's a little more colorful. All right, so at this point, as I hover my mouse over the map markers, it shows you the call sign K4CAE. If I click on the actual map marker, it will show us their QRZ page, their QRZ photo on their QRZ page. If I actually click on the call sign, it will take us to their QRZ page. So we'll close that up. What else can we do? We can check to turn on labels. So instead of having hover text, where you have to hover to find out what the call sign is of the map marker, if you click on turn on labels, we'll switch back to the topographical map here. You can see now all that hover text is fixed, so it's static. And one thing I did is I know people that live in the zero call district like to see their zero slashed, so I slashed the zeros here. So if you want to have permanent labels on your map display, you can do that. All right, let's turn off the labels. And I'll reselect the topographical map. Now the next thing we can do is we can draw lines from any location to each of the map markers. So we'll start out. I live in a grid square FM15AG, so I'll select that grid square. I'll click the button here, and there are the lines. We'll go back to the topographical map, and it's zooming in on my location, FM15AG. Now if I click this hash sign, that will turn on the grid. So here you can see FM15, and if we keep scrolling in here, it shows us the exact center of the FM15AG grid square. And I live right down here. You can see a little lake here, Sleepy Creek Lake. That's actually where I live. So I'm pretty close to the center of the grid square. If I switch this, get rid of the grid square, and put in my actual latitude, longitude, I'm going to see if I can somehow have it remember what map you're using, but for now you have to select it each time. So let's zoom in here, and there we go. There's Sleepy Creek Lake, and this is where I live. If we switch to the satellite view, there's the lake, and there's my house right here, right on Sleepy Creek Lake. So the other thing that we can do, and I'll have to zoom out to show you this, and let me get rid of the polylines there. The other thing we can do is you'll see this moon icon. If I click on that, that turns on the gray line. And now we can see where dark and night are. And right now, as I'm recording this, looks like it's kind of right over London, and it'll be heading west. Now this refreshes, the gray line refreshes every minute. So if you just let it sit here, it will the gray line will slowly move to the west. And if we click now, the moon icon changed to the sun icon. If we click it, it gets rid of the gray line. So there you go. Obviously, you can do other filtering. You can filter on mode. So if I just want to look at my SSB contacts, so the red ones will stay and the blue and green ones will disappear. So now we just have all red icons because red icons are for SSB. Go back to all modes here. And instead of showing the markers by mode, just like on some of the other maps I've already developed, you can have the map markers show you what band you actually made the contact on. So this is 40 meters. Green is 40. Blue is 20. There we go, band 20 meters, etc. All right. So that's a little overview of the latest map. These are all open maps, so I don't have to pay any fees to show you these maps. The Google Maps, I do get charged a fee, and that's fine because uh, that's how the website is designed to show both kinds of maps. But I did want to show you how the Open Street Map works. So that's it. 73 from N9MS.